Hai semua, ini kita sambil tunggu teman-temannya untuk join bersama kita biar nggak ketinggalan. Ini udah pada mulai masuk 27 orang. Hai semua, wah tuh udah mulai pada berdatangan. Pasti pada nggak sabar antara live aku dengan Zozi. Nih, thank you semua yang buat kalian udah nonton di sini. Jadi kita langsung mulai aja ya, karena udah jam 8 lebih 1 menit, on time banget. Semuanya, malam ini kita akan live bersama dengan aku, Roro Ayuma Putri, Putri Indonesia 2020 or Miss Universe Indonesia 2020, bersama dengan our Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi. Dan tentunya kami dari Yayasan Putri Indonesia beserta seluruh keluarga besar dari UC 1000 mengucapkan turut berbelasungkawa dan juga turut berduka yang sebesar seluruh musibah yang terjadi kepada keluarga kita yang ada di NTT. Semoga musibah ini cepat berlalu dan juga dapat bergerak kembali untuk menjadi normal daripada sebelumnya. Bentar lagi kita akan join bersama Zozi. Tuh udah mulai tambah makin banyak. Makin seru banget nih. Karena siapa sih yang gak sabar ya kan live bersama Zozi. Oh my god. Dan jangan lupa hari ini akan ada giveaway untuk kalian semua. Caranya gampang, tinggal share screenshot antara aku dan Zozi. Semua kriterianya kalian bisa lihat langsung di Instagram @UC1000Vitamin. Jadi di situ ada lengkap. Jangan lupa tinggal mention @official Putri Indonesia, @Miss Universe dan juga @UC1000Vitamin. Bentar lagi kita akan join bersama Zozi. Ini kita lagi tunggu nih. Enaknya kita ngobrolin apa ya teman-teman? Pasti pada penasaran ya nggak sih? Secara kayaknya udah setahun yang lalu nih ketemunya sama Zozi. Jadi merasanya deg-degan dan happy. Hello Zozi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? Are you?
I'm good and I'm so happy and excited to have this live with you. What
So
have you
happy
been
to
up to
see you.
lately, Zozi?
I've been good. But wait, how are you? Before we even jump in, I haven't seen you in a very, very long time. Have you been good?
Yes, it was great, and I'm doing a lot of preparation for my competition. And of
Can't
course,
wait to
it's been
see it.
tired, but yes, I'm
Yeah,
excited for it.
I've been good. I've been good since I last saw you. It's been different because when I was in Indonesia, I think the world was about to shut down in like a week after I got back. So we all quickly had to rush back home to New York. And then before we know it, it was the pandemic. But yeah, I've been good. I've been good. Thank you.
Yes, I still remember the moment they announced about this pandemic in Indonesia. I was like thinking, can you get back to your home?
I
Can you get
know.
back to New York, right? It was like, oh
I
my
know. So
God.
stressed. I was so
Yes.
stressed because when the news came out, I was in Indonesia and I was like, oh my goodness, am I gonna be here forever for like the whole year? So that was a little stressful.
Yes. It never happened before, but we really fight for it together.
Absolutely.
Okay, so see, it's been over a year since you were here to Indonesia. Can you tell us or share with us how was your experience during the shooting with UC 1000, or when you were here in Indonesia? Maybe you have some food that you like, or the people that you met here. Do you still missing us, or you still remember everything here in Indonesia?
Of course I miss it. I mean, I remember when I was gonna come to Indonesia for the UC 1000 shoot. We first got the script and the mood board and how everything was gonna look like. And I remember when I saw the mood board, it said we were gonna be shooting in a village called Sumba. And that was the first time I got excited because I was like, okay, I'm a village girl myself, so this is gonna be fantastic. I want to see, how different the village in Sumba is gonna be like, from my village where I grew up. And so I was very excited about that from the onset. And then just when we drove there and I got to Sumba, it was like one of the most beautiful places I'd ever seen in my life. I was like,
Oh
oh my
my God,
goodness.
thank you.
Oh my God, it was the most beautiful thing. I mean, it's almost indescribable, but I think what was most beautiful about it as well was its people. The people there were so receptive, they were so kind, and everyone was just willing to, teach me about the place, the culture, and it was just fantastic. And I would love to go back. I see a lot of people on the comments are like, please come back to Indonesia. I want to. And as soon as I can, I definitely will be coming back.
Yeah, she should come here again, Josie.
Of
And we
course.
should go around and around. Maybe like
And see a lot
we
of
can
other
come
places.
to Jogja, the last
Yes.
UC 1000 ad when I was there.
How was that? I saw that. It was so beautiful. Did you have fun shooting it?
Yes, it was wonderful experience. I mean, like it was in the new year, so it's
Mm-hmm.
my first time ever I work in the new year together with the others abroad. I mean, like outside my city, and it was like, oh my God, it's for UZ 1000, and
Yeah.
like I never thinking before that I can become the face of UZ 1000 also together with the others with Frederica and Elvira, and
Yeah.
yes, it's an honor for me. And Zosi, do you remember what food that do you really miss in Indonesia?
The food. Oh, that is also my favorite part about getting to places is trying out different food. But I remember I was obsessed with two dishes. I think it was the rendang and
Oh
oh,
my God, you still remember?
I remember I used to eat that all the time like a crazy person. I used to want to order it all the time because it was just so good. What else was the other one? Hmm.
Is
It
that
slipped my
satay
mind a
or
little
nasi
now.
goreng?
It was nasi goreng. It was nasi goreng. Yes,
Ah,
so it
yeah,
is.
I still remember that you mentioned
I'm
it to
sure you
me. You like
remember
nasi
that.
goreng so much.
I remember because when we were together, I used to order it all the time. So I'm glad that you remembered. Yes, it was nasi goreng and rendang. Amazing, amazing.
Thank you. And next time when I go to US, do you want me to bring rendang for you?
Yes, if you can, if you can, pack
If
it
it's
as a pack as you
possible,
can.
okay? Because I don't think so to bring beef outside the country in US. I don't think so. It's
Yeah, I don't think
okay.
it's possible. It's not possible, but I'll have it at some other time, I guess, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. Well, anyways, this pandemic's been really challenging for everyone. From everyone. I mean, like, it's really hard and we never expect before. And so, what are the challenges you really facing during this pandemic, Zosie? And how do you really adapt to the new situation? Especially you as the Miss Universe and it's your reign and it's pandemic.
Yeah, I think the first thing I will say is it was tough just like it was for everyone else. I
Yes.
think, we all were all of a sudden faced with this isolation that we had to go through where you couldn't see your loved ones. You couldn't be among, the people that you used to being with. You couldn't leave the house or like do normal activities. And so
Mhm.
I think that was the first thing, just being separated from people was the hardest. The second one, like you said, you walk into your reign as a Miss Universe, and people are so used to the traveling aspect of it. You see so many parts of the world, and all of a sudden you are told that the world is being shut down. And so,
Yeah.
that was difficult as well to deal with at first. But, I just had my live on Instagram or on our Miss Universe page the other day, and I told people that the biggest part about being a Miss Universe is more than just the traveling. It's about heart, it's about people, it's about impact. So what is it that you do with your time? And I've always felt like my voice was one of my strongest aspects ever. And so I thought, you know what? There's a pandemic, but my voice hasn't been shut down. I haven't lost my voice. I haven't lost my purpose, because purpose is another huge part of being a Miss Universe. It's so important to have purpose. What do you want to do with it? What do you want to do with your life? How do you hope to be impactful? And so as soon as I found that I couldn't travel, I was like, I'm just going to use my voice to do the things that I wanted to do in the first place. Hence the hashtag Universe United campaign. So yeah, it was tough, but we found a way to sort of navigate and survive through it. But how have you survived during the time? Because I know you also had just been crowned, Miss
Yeah,
Universe Indonesia,
yeah,
and the pandemic started. So how was that for you?
it's been so tough, but we really have to fight with it and we have to adapt with it. And yeah, life must go on. And so we really adapt, like we're trying to do everything online, trying to, help the others, even we are far away, trying
Yeah.
to make a fundraising, trying to do a lot of stuff, even not only thinking about me as Putri Indonesia or Miss Universe here, but also thinking about the people and also thinking about the next competition. Like I really have to adapt with all this situation, all the pressure that never happened before to any other Miss Universe Indonesia. And I believe that it's challenging and it's unique. People will always remember us as Miss Universe 2019 during the pandemic, and also Miss Universe Indonesia 2020 in pandemic. But yeah, after all, we have to take for, be grateful for the situation. Now we can really know ourselves better. Now we
Mm,
can see that time is limit, so we have to really figure it out what we want to do, what we really looking
I
for
agree.
in this life, right? And we really have to love ourselves, because if not, we can go sane like crazy, because we cannot fight with the hard times, and it's really complicated life.
I agree.
And to hear from you, I've been like hearing a lot of insight from you. Susie, can you share with us? I mean, like, do you have any advice to stay resilient for everyone, not only in Indonesia, but everyone who is watching us right now?
Yeah, I mean, resilience is such an important part of what we have been going through as the world. And I think my biggest advice would be to continue being the united front that we all have been. Because I think if we didn't find power in numbers, and if we didn't find power in unity, a lot of things would have fallen apart. I also want to say to people that this was a time to reflect on ourselves personally, to reflect on our relationships, to reflect on our work relationships, to reflect on who we are as a world and who we are as different countries and governments. So this was the perfect time. So when the pandemic happened, it sort of like drew such a clear line of where we are as the world. It drew a clear line, personally in our lives, because I was able to see what things are important to me. How can I improve myself as a human being? What drives me? What's my passion? What should I not be wasting my time on and focusing on more? And, as countries, it showed us a clear line between, the advantage and the disadvantage. We could see a clear line between the advantaged and the impoverished. And it's like, why is there such a huge gap in the world between the rich and the poor? Why is there such a huge gap in the world, between where we want to be in our dreams? And so I think this was just the time to reflect on that. And I hope that that is what we did as individuals. And I hope that is what we did as the world. And so it should have taught us resilience as well, to be able to say, listen, let's just push through, not only as individuals, but as a united front to see, how further we can go. And so, yeah, that's my advice to people, to not stop being as united as we are at the moment. I still feel like we can do better. But like I said, I think let's keep this momentum that we have right now, even when the pandemic is over. That's the biggest advice that I would give people.
I cannot stop hearing from you. Like, I love every single words that you mentioned. And it's
Thank you.
very,
Sometimes you must
yes.
stop me because I tend to talk a lot and too much.
But I believe everyone who's watching here also like hearing, oh my God, Zuzi is like very inspiring woman, a
Thank you.
strong, that you can really give impact to everyone in
Thank you.
every generation. I believe that.
Appreciate it.
And since you mentioned about until the pandemic is over, what is the one thing you really want to do, Zozi, when the pandemic is really totally gone in this world?
Travel, go to places, like do fun things, hug people a lot. I'm such a hugger. I'm sure you will remember I was suffocating all the girls when I came to Indonesia, just like hugging everyone. I like to touch, people and feel that
Yes.
physical contact. And so I miss that. I miss that a lot. And it's sort of like my love language, to be present and to feel people. And so that's what I miss the most. And I feel so bad for my family and my friends because that's what I'm going to be doing when this is over. I will be suffocating them with a lot of hugs and hopefully putting in some travel, having fun with people that are close to me and doing things that I love the most. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And not wearing a mask. Never.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention. Going out without the mask, taking pictures without the mask,
Yes.
and hugging
I think that's
everyone.
at the top. That's at the top of my list, actually. Just walking out. Have you ever when you have the most amazing makeup and you're like, oh, I feel so pretty today.
Yeah,
I feel
that's true.
beautiful today. And then bam, that's the mask. And it's like, oh my goodness, what is the point? What's the point?
Let's do the eye makeup only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Zosie, I want to invite you right now to do the pose with the UC 1000 bottle so that
Of course.
everyone who is watching us right now can take the screenshot and share it in Instagram stories.
Sure. Thank you for sending this to me, by the way. I will enjoy it. I appreciate it so much. It brought back so
Yeah.
many memories. When I saw it, I was like, oh, Indonesia.
Oh,
Love.
yeah. And this one is also my favorite.
Yeah, it's a really good one. It's a really good one. Okay, so
Okay.
what are we doing? Are we doing a pose and people can take a
Yes, we
photo?
are doing 3 pose. Each of the
Okay.
free pose.
Okay, sure.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hoping
The
they
next
got
one.
one.
What I said. 1, 2, 3.
I can't
Okay.
wait to see the screenshots. I want to see who has the best photos. Get my
Yeah.
good side, people. Please.
Right, right, right. So, okay, the last one is the cutest pose ever. Okay?
What are we doing?
I don't know. Cute face? What do you think? How do you think? Okay. 1,
I'll
2,
take
3.
I'll take your lead on this one.
Okay. I'm
Thank
sure
you
that
so much.
everyone who's watching us right now taking a lot of screenshots that they
Can't
really
wait to
want
see
to
them.
win to the giveaway.
Good luck to everyone who's going to be trying to get the giveaway. Crossing
Yeah,
fingers
good
for
luck
you.
for everyone. 5 winners. So Zozi, since they announced already that the final it's gonna be held on 16th of May,
Mhm.
and are you excited for it? Or are you sad because you will crown the new Miss Universe?
Yeah. It's a mixture of both. I'm not sad. I won't say I'm sad. I think I'm more excited than I am sad. It is a bittersweet moment because I have been Miss Universe for like a year and a half, and so I've gotten
The
used to the
longest.
title, the longest ever in like history. And so I've gotten used to the
Right.
title. to the people that are around me. And so definitely I will, miss everyone. I'll miss the team. I'll miss the work. But I'm so excited as well, to be able to put a period on this paragraph and move on to the next one, or it's sort of like ending a chapter and beginning a new one in a book. So it's very exciting to see what other prospects are out there. And I'm also very excited to see who will step in, to the new shoes, because it's always very exciting to see that change for another woman, to be able to celebrate another woman, to be able to say, here's an incredible platform that you can use to further your dreams, to further your aspirations, to do whatever it is that you can with it, whether it is to make this huge impact or a small impact in the world. It doesn't matter. You do with it what you want to do with it. And I'm so excited for, the next Miss Universe. So it's a mixture of both. Sad a little, but excited a lot.
And also a new chapter for your life. Excited
Yes,
for
yeah,
it.
absolutely. Very excited for that as well.
Yes. Do you have any advice for me, Zozi, or tips as a Miss Universe and as a woman to woman, support each other?
Of course. For one, I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for all the contestants that are coming to compete. My
Yes.
biggest advice to you would be, firstly, have fun. I know everyone's like,
Okay.
how do you have the competition? I know we're there to compete. You're there because all of you want to be Miss Universe, but I feel like it's always so important to collect memories and to have
Yeah.
fun. Because there's only going to be one winner at the end of the day. And if you were not having fun and then you don't win, it's like, what was your experience? What did you take away? My second advice would be open to learning. You are going to be meeting so many different young women from different countries who have so much to offer. Be open to learn about them. Just learn about the world. It will be very important as you will be becoming universe. And I think my biggest advice would be stay in tune with yourself. You know
Okay.
yourself more than anybody knows you. So don't let anyone tell you anything, because let me tell you, I will be as practical as possible. The minute you get to the competition, all the fan pages, all the fans, everyone, pressure from your directors, pressure from your friends, pressure from your family, everybody wants you to do good. And so everyone has all these different opinions that they want to give you. You must try to block that out as possible. So I think that's my biggest advice to you. Try to block out the noise. And I like to give an example of, I don't know if you've seen race horses on a racetrack. They have like blinders on the side of their eyes, like this. The
Yes.
reason for those
That's true.
blinders is so that they look forward to where they're going and that they run their own race, so that they're not distracted by what the other horses are doing. And so you should go into the competition with blinders and make sure that you are not distracted by the noise or what other girls are doing or what the pageant fans are saying, because at the end of the day, they're not the judges. They're not you. They are not there. You are there to compete. So make sure to shut out all the noise. If it means blocking certain people for your own sanity and your own peace of mind, do it.
Thank you. I mean, like,
You're
that's true. In every competition, that's the most important thing that we really have to do. But listening again from you, since I was asking about it before when we met, it's like really,
yeah.
boosts my energy again. The competition and giving all the best for Indonesia, I hope. And I hope that we can meet again soon with healthy,
Of course.
with everything going fine. And
Mm.
yes, that's the most
Yeah, I'm
important
sure.
thing.
I'm sure I'll see you at the competition, along with everyone else. And best of luck. You've worked so hard. That's another thing. All of you have worked so hard to be where you are. So don't let the nerves get to you when you get there. It's time now to just put into work, put into practice the work that you've been doing, and everything's gonna be okay.
Thank you, Zozi.
You're welcome, Ayuma.
Zozi, I'm sure that you have achieved a lot as Miss Universe. I mean, like, but which one that really stands out for you that you can share with us?
For me, when I meet women or when women reach out to me in my DMs or in my comments and say that your presence or where you are as a Miss Universe has inspired me to want to do more, has inspired me to want to be more, and has inspired me to be so much confident in myself and in my abilities. For me, that is the biggest accomplishment and achievement that I would have ever wanted to have on this platform. Because I've always said, even coming on as a Miss Universe, is that if I'm able to touch at least one person and one life, that for me will be enough. But now to have hundreds and thousands of women, waking up every day and saying, hey, Zozi, we're taking up space today. I took up space at work in the boardroom today. I took up space in my, relationships today. And that makes me so happy because that is what you want at the end of the day. You want impact. You want to make sure that your voice was heard, and you want to make sure that it is touching someone's life and changing things somewhere. And also being a part and doing something incredible with that, for me, will always be, an honor. So I think that's the biggest part that I am proud of, being a Miss Universe.
Wow, we are all proud of you, Susie.
Thank
Really,
you.
truly.
Thanks, Adi.
Okay, so I think it's now the time for us to pick the question
Sure.
from
Okay.
everyone.
No
Yes,
problem. Let's do that.
I'm
Always fun
sure.
taking questions from people.
Yes, and I'm sure everyone also excited for this. Let me search for it. Okay, I think this one is it's for you. Okay.
Okay.
A simple question. Which your favorite variant of UC 1000 Zozi?
My favorite, you see, there it
Orange.
is.
Wow, it's the same with me.
Yeah, it just tastes really good. It's so refreshing. That one is my favorite. I've enjoyed it since, like I said, my trip. I used to like drink it all the time when I was there. So that one's my favorite.
Okay. So one more question for Zozi. This one. I think everyone
Uh,
asking about this so much, so that's why I choose this one.
of course, of course. I think I had answered this question previously before of, what is your opinion about Asian hate? It's the opinion that I have about racism in general.
Yes.
It is a concept that I can never get behind. It is one that I can never understand. For you to wake up and to decide that you are a superior race and that you don't like other people because of their race is absolutely ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
And as a black woman, I understand what racism is through and I've experienced it so many times in my life. And so my heart goes out, first of all, to every Asian person who has recently, lost their lives, to this Asian hate. My heart goes out to their families because no one is ever deserving of that. And I'm angry. I'm angry at the same time that in 2021, I still have to discuss why it is important for people to keep their lives because of racism. And yeah, so I'm just hoping that we can really get to a place of acceptance as people, where we can get to a place of no racism amongst people. And there's so much I want to say, Ayu. There's so much I want to say that I'm angry about, but I think it's really a struggle as well right now to be able to string my words together. But yeah, it is quite disappointing that we still are even having to deal with this kind of topic.
Yes. It's really broken our heart, everyone hearts, because something
Absolutely.
because we should living in the peace, united as one, as the citizen of the world, citizen of the universe, living with love and sharing to one another. Yes.
Absolutely. Because I think, and so much we have in common as human beings. There's so much we have in common. And I think if we found that instead of finding what makes us different, we would be so far in the world. But yeah, it's just a whole topic that I would go on about the whole day.
Yes, that's true. Hopefully everything is going to be done. I mean, like all the pandemic, all the racism, all the problem in the world could be gone as soon as possible, and we can live in the peace, united as one, uniting in diversity.
Mm. Absolutely, I agree. I agree.
Okay, let's we continue for the last question. I believe this question is to me. Okay,
Let's
let me
see.
search for it. Mm. Wait. It's a lot of question. I'm so
I
confused.
know, but whenever I do a live and I ask people to send in their questions, it's always just so difficult to be able to, pick and choose.
Yes,
Because there's so
true.
many coming in. Everyone is always excited to be a part of the experience.
Okay, I think this one is a good question. How to overcome your doubts? For me, I believe that everyone have their own doubts in everything in their life, because sometimes they just complain or they're just not confident with what they have already when they are enough, but they just feeling like not enough because they always feeling to compare, like love to compare between themselves and the others, where we have to remember our life is perfect compared to the others. We cannot compare that because we have different life, we have a different future, and we are a different person. So we
Mm.
just have to live with it and fight for whatever we want to, because in the end of the day, doubts will only bring you to the negativity, and the futures, the successful people will only attract to something that positive, include your minds, include your feelings, your brain, your surrounding. When you're living in a positive way, no doubts will ever shake you, and nothing's gonna break you down, because you know your word and you know that the best things will come to you when you really believe in yourself and you confident in yourself and you happy with whatever happened to your life, because the faith or the life must go on through all the ups and downs, and what makes you really you are today, who you are, for everything. That's,
I
I
agree.
think, for me.
I agree. I mean, how to overcome your doubts? First of all, I think it's to recognize that having doubts is not entirely it's not a bad thing, number one.
Yes.
Secondly, it's human. All of us go through it. Not a single person. If a person comes to you and says they don't have doubts in themselves, they are
Right.
lying to you. They are, even the greatest, most brilliant minds in the world have doubts. So I think the most important thing is to be able to push through that doubt and not let it, cripple you into doing the things that you want to do. And so I think my best way to overcome doubts is I like to write everything down and I like to look at it.
Wow.
And I like to weigh my options and see what's possible. What can I achieve today? Achieve one small little thing at a time. It's like, just imagine it as a giant and you can't just take it all down at one go. And so it has to be a constant thing that you do. Take it down piece by piece, take it down piece by piece. Remind yourself in your mind of what's real and what's not, because sometimes doubts are not real. They are like a lie to us. Doubts will tell you that you are not enough. Doubts will tell you that you're not perfect. Doubts will tell you that you're not smart enough, all those kinds of negative things. And most of the time, those things aren't true. And so I think if we're able to differentiate from the truth from like a distorted truth, then we're able to have like a fresh start. What are you good at? Um, if you wake up and you tell yourself you're not beautiful enough, is that true? Is that really true? Have you looked into the mirror and like sort of see yourself? If you wake up and feel like you're not smart enough, that's probably not true. And so there's just so many ways to overcome doubts. But if you do have doubts, don't think that there's something wrong with you. Just know that there's a way of overcoming them. You must be able to define what's true and what's not, what's reality and what's not. I don't know if I'm making sense. This is making sense to me because this is the method
It's
that I
really making
use,
sense for
but I'm
everyone, but
hoping
that's
it's
true.
making sense to everyone else.
Yes, that's true. I mean, yeah, it's like one word that I know in French, c'est la vie. That's life. So it's okay to
That's
have doubt. Yeah, so it's
mm-hmm.
okay to have life, to have doubt, as long as you, in the end, knowing what you want, just go for it,
Yeah. I
right?
also want to add to that and say it's audacity as well. You need to have audacity because sometimes audacity cancels out the doubts. So you wake up and you have the doubts, but it's like you have to have the audacity to be like, no, I will not be crippled by these doubts. I just have to like sort of, push through them and make it on the other side. So, just have enough courage and audacity to say, not today, not today, devil.
It's true. Thank you, Zozi. It's very full of insight for everyone, not only for me, but especially, yes, for me. Thank you. But I believe it's for everyone who is watching. 2,000 people. Thank you so much for watching and join with us. I mean, like, we cannot even feel like it's already 30 minutes more. And thank
Right.
you for watching with us and join with us. But for the last question to our Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi, before we close, is there any else that you would like to say for every people in Indonesia who love you so much?
Oh, thank you so much. I want to say I want to return as soon as possible. And I just want to thank you so much for all the comments. You guys leave so many comments on my photos, so many comments on my DMs as well. Just always being kind and just genuinely nice. Kindness for me is such an important aspect of humanity. And so I get a lot of that whenever I interact with people from Indonesia. And so I want to say thank you so much for that. And I want to say, keep doing that, whether it's support of your Queen Ayu or whether it's support of any other woman. That is very important as well, to just always remain kind to whoever it is that we come into contact with. And so to them, I want to say thank you so much. It's Terima kasih, right? If I still remember.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
still
know the
remember.
pronunciation. Terima kasih to everyone, and I appreciate you guys so much.
Okay, Zosi, but do you have any message for all the women in Indonesia?
Women, oh my God, absolutely. Continue taking up space and reaching avenues that, people never imagined that you could, dream your wildest dreams and continue shattering these glass ceilings because there's still so many glass ceilings that are there for women that need a lot of shattering. And so, never feel discouraged too. There's always space at the table as well for all of us. So if you get to a certain level, make sure to leave the door open so that other women can come in, grab their hands and make sure that they too have a seat at the table. Because if you bring as many women as possible into the equation, so many amazing things could happen. So yeah, just don't forget to be there for each other and to just continue to show support.
Wow. Thank you so much, Zosi. It means a lot for us. And we love you
Thank
so much. Don't forget that. Don't forget our country, Indonesia, that we really love you and support you all the way. With the
Thank you.
crown or without the crown, you are our queen.
Thank you so much. It was so amazing seeing your beautiful face again. Best of luck with everything. Best of luck with the competition. And we'll see you in Florida.
Yes. See you in Florida and having
Okay.
a all this adrenaline feeling because you are also going to finish your reign. I mean, like, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the good luck also for your preparation and enjoy your reign, Zozi. You are so beautiful. You are so empowered and really a great inspiration for everyone. Have a good day,
Thank
Zozi.
you.
See you
Thank you
in
so much
Florida.
for having me. Thanks, you too. Bye.
Thank you for everyone who's watching. And don't forget, to watch the next Miss Universe competition on 16th of May in Florida. You can watch it live in online. So we wait for the next information and the next announcement. Thank you so much once again to join with me. And please remember to stay healthy and keep safe, because the most important thing is for us to be safe everywhere. Healthy inside, press outside. Don't forget your UC 1000. Bye. Thank you.